Alright, look, I hadn't done a video in a while. Not like this. Because, it's so stupid once you get out of it. And, you can actually see it for what it is. But what we're going to be doing is this is the Chattanooga Times right here. And this is a propaganda machine. This is owned by the New York Times, and then the New York Times goes back to the secret societies, back to the Vatican, back to the Roman Empire, back to the New World Order. The people at the top of this right here know exactly what I know. Their job is to pump propaganda within society, because you're already under the influence of sorcery, which is pills. Okay? You just listen. Does this sound like Jesus? Is this Jesus? No, it's not. Nope. And this is sorcery. Every one of these pills right here, every one of the pills that are in that you consume, what it does is this. Is right here is your liver. Right here. And your liver is another stomach. And what that liver does is when you consume these pills, doesn't matter. Even the modified foods and substances, the same chemicals that are in everything that we consume, what it does is it goes and it numbs the liver. It cools it, really. It cools the liver. Because let's say we eat beets, sweet potatoes, jalapeno, some tuna, some egg whites. Well, when you eat that, when it comes down, the liver is going to break down those nutrients within those foods that are magnetic and electric, and your liver is going to send it out. The liver is going to send it out, just like an army. It's going to send it out to the rest of the body. Here's the nervous system. That was the endocrine system. So what the liver is going to do is it's going to send it all out. Because what it is this. The liver's breaking it down the way God made it. Mineral salts, cell salts, salt, saliva, salvation. That's inside of you. The kingdom of heaven is from within. This destroys the mineral salts. This does. You were made of mineral salts. These aren't. This is alkaline. You're not. This is curing everything. This is keeping you dragging along, and we're going to kill you. And then give you genetically shit, and you're going to say, Jesus loves me. It is fucking crazy. So, do you understand what we're trying to tell you with that, how it distributes? It's very important. But see, the thing is this, is when we consume the bad shit, then the bad shit blocks. It blocks any kind of nutrients to send out to the body to cure it. So when it blocks it and cools it, then the body becomes poisoned, becomes obese, heart disease, autism, Alzheimer's, everything that you could possibly think of. And remember, this is what we're working with. So if they take this video down, it's because Christ is really on fire working through me. That's this. That's this right here. That's that. Now that was through the foods. I had no idea about these. That's that. This is the pills. Here, let me show you. That's this. This over here is the mineral salts and cannabis and hemp. Look at that. So which one would it be? It would be that. It would be what we're trying to tell you. Okay, but here on says most deaths in Tennessee among unvaccinated. Okay. Now what we're going to do is this. So I wonder if these people on this house right here and these phony balonies on the front, So what they're telling you is the most deaths in Tennessee among unvaccinated because the slaves that don't want to get vaccinated, right there it says commerce right there. Slaves are commerce. You're a slave. This is my slave document. Yours will say commerce the same fucking way. So when they show up to your house, this is what you can do, is you can go running out there and go, hey, buddy, we got Matt Childs on our side. So when you eradicate this generationally, you pump the society full of poison, sorcery, modified foods, fast food, cannibalism, the meat's not consumed like it's supposed to, then we become sick. And then this shit happens. This. So what we have here is right in front of you, lies and propaganda up top. You've got a slave document in the middle, which is mine, and then you have the cell salts, mineral salts within you that you were never, ever, ever taught about. Because see, these cell salts, we're looking at this diagram over here. See, your solar and sacral plexus. Sacral's here, solar's here. This is a thick oil, this is a thin oil. There's 5 bones down here that pump. The whole idea of pumping oil comes from you. Comes from you. Satan took the ideal out and said, I'm going to pump the earth because the earth and us, God made it the same. And so what this does is, and when you're 12 years old in the solar plexus, there's a seed developed in the middle of your spinal column. I think in the middle of the 12 dorsal vertebrae. And then when it's created, that seed ascends up the spinal cord into up the pneumogastric nerve, the vagus nerve, across the medulla oblongata, through the cerebellum, into the optic thalamus, up into the cerebrum, where the claustrum is, where the secret is, the secretion. Shit. Here it is. This is what they don't want you to know. Secretion. The secretion is the fluid in the claustrum because it's a secret. See, sacral plexus because it's sacred. Sacred. And then what this oil does with the pia matter, this is the mountain. It's actually the dew that's in your brain. The same way you see the dew in the mornings happens in your brain, but not anymore under the influence of the pills. It's corrupted. So since we don't know about this seed, since that's how we were created and then how it goes up, our whole life of consuming through the school systems and society, through obesity, gluttony and everything, grace, it keeps the oil, which is Christ inside of you, down here in your lower self. It never gets to go up, and because the more you don't know about none of this, oh no, he gave us modified substances for everything, pills, yeah, it's Satan. The more we become poison. See, this would be like real electricity running through the body, like we're trying to get through to you. Eating the raw foods, getting some mineral salts if you're really bad off, and that's how it's going to be. But how we are, if I had a brown marker, we could replace it and then make it big. Because this oil, there's a thick and then thin. Thick, thin oil. And it runs up the spinal cord. God says to be wise as serpents. This is your pingala and ida nerve right here, your sympathetic nervous system. This is the caducus right here. The wings on Honda over there in East Ridge next to our restaurant, that's your left and right hemisphere of the brain. In the Bible, he says, I went up into the right side of the house and to the left side. That's the brain. That's the most high. That's the mountain where the dew is. And you consume Mountain Dew that gets in your anatomy, and it destroys the cell salts, and it fucks you up along with the pills so you can't think. Ever. And then you've learned a worldly, materialistic, fake education that you've fucking been driven Disney in your whole life, video games. It's real, man! And you're a creation of Satan. You're not even real anymore. Because this is what Constantine took out a long time ago. Because the blood inside of you is magnetic and electric, and it's corrupted. See, your brain cells are corroded like a battery in a car. It can't fucking run. It's barely running. You're hanging on with fake pills and everything. You're running on fumes. It's easier to control you when you're running on fumes, especially when you're Satan and you eradicate all the fucking cool shit that God gave us. The pineal is electric and the pituitary is magnetic. Okay, this is actually two inside of us, Mary and Joseph. When Mary and Joseph, the oil, the golden substance and the white substance, comes out of the claustrum, the cloister, the closet, that's the house. It all comes from you, your house, everything, closet. When it comes out of the cerebrum, it differentiates, and one goes into the pineal, one goes into the pituitary, yellow, white substance, and it goes down. And it's up to us to live right for it to go back up, because it's connected to the moon and the sun, because it's right there. They don't want you to know that. And when you figure out that you're actually a battery, that God, the better you eat, the more you're going to see it. But then you find out when they start fucking with us and putting aluminum and metals in their vaccines, then it gets in our blood. Now our electric and magnetism has been replaced. We've had an oil change. Now all these fucking towers are everywhere. Everybody, man's crazy. It's because you've got Satan in your blood and you are connected like an fucking antenna walking around. Just insane. Yeah, give me some more pills. Let's go fuck off today, because they've driven you into that direction. TV, see, your oil has been replaced with Satan's. Now that everything that you do through your eyes, narrow is the gate, because that's the gate to heaven. This is wise as serpents. The better you are, the serpents inside of you, because they're actually good until Satan corrupted them, is going to ascend up, and it's going to light the whole house, the chamber, like it says in Scripture. It's right there. It's all in the fucking brain. Everything is. The computer comes from us. The ideal of the computer comes from us. And it does. And Satan took that idea, changing oil, the cars, transmission, the motor, that's the cerebrum and the cerebellum, the battery, the headlights, the eyes, the wires through the car is what you are. And now all this has been corrupted. You know, but here's a book, get this. You need to get that, Crooked Man-Made Disease Explained. Get this. I think this is a black man, one of the most important books throughout the Middle Ages and Dark Ages. Why is Black Lives Matter not going, get this book, everybody? Because they're terrorists, and that's what they are. And they work with these people. This is Satan. This is the Roman Empire. It's not real. You know, it's not real. Because they're going from house to house telling people what to do. And see Robert E. Lee statue removed in Charlottesville. Well, Robert E. Lee's a Jesuit. That's supposed to happen. They gave him slaves, him and his family. The Vatican, the Roman Empire, which owns this. They set him up. He went to West Point. Him and the other one learned up there, I think, from J.C. Clark, north and south, and they put them together because slavery, remember, technology's coming, so they got to get rid of slavery. That corporation's got to end, just like this corporation of the United States is ending now, and they're transferring it into communism through the ignorance of human beings, which humans is less than a fucking animal, through sorcery, modified substances, alcohol, which is death, sex magic, black magic, every fucking thing you could think of, through Disney, ESPN, sports, your schools, universities, churches, all of it is Satan. Every fucking last bit of it. Get your Social Security card. It's your SS Nazi card is what that is. This says commerce. When you went and bought slaves for slave traders long ago, commerce. Go buy cattle on its birth certificate, it's going to say commerce. Department of Agriculture. So you're agriculture. You're nothing. You're a slave. You're already dead and you don't know it because the registrar happened a long time ago. This is a crown copyright. This goes through the New York Stock Exchange, goes back to the Vatican. Your judicial system and your church is set up the same. Catholic Church. Penance, sentence, cleric. Oratory, congregation, courtroom. The judge wears the black robe. The Catholic priest, the black pope wears the black robe, which is Saturn. Saturn comes in the fucking courtroom, sits in front of 12 jurors, 12 constellations. That's all it is. It's all ecclesiastical. It's all from the zodiac. Your whole court and church is based off of that. Every last bit of it. And they don't want you to know that. This is all lies. This is lies. All we got to do is go stand down there and go, look, explain commerce, Chattanooga Times. New York Times, New York. York, England. New York, New England. York, England, transferring power through the Vatican, Jesuits and all that over here to set up the new world order, create the corporation of slavery centuries ago, create the abolitionists, and because the North had slaves. The technology's coming, so they got to blame somebody so down the road they can create more war, because this is what the Jesuits do. They create war, just like now. You know, they know that you're too fucking stupid. They know that if you've made it through this, some of y'all with your education, you'll still say, he's fucking stupid. It's all about your blood and the oil. It's what it is. It's all about your blood. Because you're connected. The secretion, which is a secret and it's sacred, all inside of you is gone. Satan has eradicated it through modified foods and everything. Because this is Christ right here. That is. You know, and this, Elvis Levi, now he's got this on the front, but this is Transcendental Magic. It's doctrine and ritual. If you get a chance, get this. Don't be afraid. They try to make the same people that took this from us, make this guy look bad, even though they're the ones, he's the one telling us about what they're doing. Long time ago, he's like, look, he's telling you in here about the pentagram. He said, look, the upside down pentagram, do not fuck with it. He's trying to help Christians and religious people. He don't want to see stupid people suffer. It's the light of Lucifer, the upside down pentagram, all of them, even the 2 points down. It's the light of Lucifer, and it's creating a new world order under communism, socialism, totalitarianism, racism, fucking alcoholism, sexism, everything-ism that is disgusting. Because he says it. He's trying, because he said, you need doing magic. It's not real magic. Yeah, I know, when you eradicate everything that's inside of you and fill you up just like oil chains with poisons, you're going to obey because you're an antenna. I've already told you that. You can't get out of it. You can't get out of the fucking shit that you're in because it's so real, Matt. TV destroys all this. Pills, your whole society destroys this. Plus, you don't even know anything about it. You don't know anything about it. And I'm the only one fighting these fuckers. That's why people don't like it when I'm like, look, they're going to kill me. You know, and they don't like me saying that. But before we go, we're going to throw some numbers. Kobe came into the world. This is all around the Bavarian Illuminati, 5-1. In 78, from 5-1 until his birthday, Kobe's 3 months, 22 days. From 8/23, his birthday, until when he died, 1/26 of 2020, 22 weeks, 3 days. So he came in 322, left 223. From Constantine's whatever, from May the 22nd, 337, until 1/5/2021, which is the Georgia election, 1/5 or 5/1, Bavarian Illuminati, 20,203 months and 15 days. Take the zeros out, 223. 15 days, January the 5th. Raphael Warnock was born on July the 23rd of 69. Well, from 5-1 that year until his birthday, 2 months, 23 days. 223. Okay, Aubrey's death. He died on February 23rd, 223. Okay? From Floyd's death until January the 5th of the election, 32 weeks and 2 days. 322. When did Joe Biden get his damn shot? At 322. What is Skull and Bones number? 322. Skull and Bones runs Yale. Yale was created. It's every university and hiding deep within is creating this new world order because there's no space. The only way you can get away with that shit, you're connected to that. You're connected to everything God created. He said, there's the heavens and nobody ever pays attention. The heavens declare the glory of God. No, man. He's not against the zodiac. He's against the worship of it, what they're doing to us. He's not against the law. He's against the misuse of law like they're doing right now. But yet in your world, he's against all of it. Law though, that. Yeah. But we can fucking be, and don't get me wrong if you're any of these, but tranny, gay, straight, here's the deal, is sex is sex. As long as you're spilling the seed, which is the secretion. That's a secret and it's sacred because it actually is your blood, semen. The more you spill it, the more you empty your bank account. The whole ideal of banks comes from the bank account, the fluid, the blood that's in you that's magnetic and electric. And the more you spill it, the more you're depleted your bank account. And Satan took that ideal and said, we'll create money. Here you go. And then eventually he corrupts the money because the tithing is inside of you each month. That you live better, that oil goes up and it ignites more dormant brain cells. And you become smarter. But now, what have we become? Dumber. More obese, gluttonous, everything's pathetic. Alcoholism, pillism, everything. But yet it's legal. Foodism. So I hope this is enough right here to blow your fucking mind right off, because it's all about the brain. Everything. Every last bit of it. And we got to go down there and stand with it and say, explain this. Explain commerce. And we'll see something happen. But until then, fuck it. We're going to blast away. Love you.